Now let's get ready for advanced LOA lesson number 1. Those of you who are attending from YouTube live, get ready. This is my gift to you, but please make the best of it because it's only the lesson number 1 which is free for you. Somewhere in the middle of the lesson, if you're 100% clear, you want to be part of the complete advanced LOA course, ask my team members for the payment link. They will give you the payment link, share your screenshot of the payment, and they will give you access to Zoom link. Now let's begin with advanced LOA lesson number 1. Can everybody please write down this point that I'm showing you on the screen right now? All emotions are patterns, all emotions are habits. Please write this down. All emotions are patterns, all emotions are habits. All our emotions, whether good or bad, right or wrong, are basically patterns and habits. Pattern is the word, which is scientific word. The habit word is a simpler word I'm using just to help you understand. But how many of you agree with this? That all our emotions are habits? Raise your hands. Now, if you don't believe me, let's take an example. If something is going wrong at home, and it can be anything, is it possible that all 5 family members or the 6 family members or the 7 family members, everybody may feel something different? Type in yes in the chat window if you agree with me. Possible? Why? Because everybody is feeling, everybody is reacting based on their what? Patterns. We are all reacting to life based on our patterns in life. Example, if somebody was told to leave their job, is it possible that 2 people who've been told to leave the job, the first one goes into depression, the second one starts his own business? Is that possible? Yes, which means the person who went into depression, feeling sad was his what? Pattern. The person who started another opportunity and felt creative, that was his what? Pattern. So please write this down. Crisis and opportunities don't make us feel anything. I repeat, crisis and opportunities don't make us feel anything. They simply multiply our existing emotional habits by 10 times. So crisis and opportunities both work like petrol. They work like fuel. Whatever is inside you, it will multiply by 10 times. Example, everyone take your hands like this. And imagine the second hand has a matchstick, burning matchstick. Now in your hand, if there is petrol, now you take this a feeling. Demotivated is a feeling. Not goal-oriented is an opinion. It's not a feeling. Procrastination, which means lazy, opposite is energetic, simple. Lack of love, opposite is love, simple. Cheerful, opposite is not moron. The opposite of cheerful is dull. Ambitious, non-ambitious. Anxiety versus calm. Lonely versus feeling connected. Feeling stuck, feeling clear. Feeling desperate, feeling inspired. Feeling guilty, feeling responsible. So responsible is a positive emotion. Feeling achieved, feeling like a failure. Feeling humiliated, feeling respected. Feeling satisfied, dissatisfied. Inspired, desperate. Calm, angry. Or anxiety also, or tension also. Lazy, energetic. Frustrated, clear. Overwhelmed, organized. Okay, now that you've got at least 10 positive and 10 negative emotions, give me the number of emotions in the chat window, please. How many emotions have you written? If you've written this down, now I want you to do this exercise with me to help you understand what are your emotional patterns. The exercise is called as Daily Emotional Habit Tracker. Daily Emotional Habit Tracker. What you will do is, on your notepads, you will create something like this. Now, because I don't have a notepad, I will use digital Excel sheet right now to show you. Whatever I'm showing you on the Excel, just simply create this on your notepad. That's it. Here we go. Emotional Habit Tracker. First column, time of the day. Second column, positive emotions. Third column, negative emotions. Fourth column, repeating emotions. Fifth column, missing emotions. Just write this down. Time of the day, positive emotions, negative emotions, repeating emotions, missing emotions. Please raise your hands if you created this table. Okay, great. Now here's what I want you to do. Work with me on this. Don't do this on your own speed. Work with my speed. What I want you to do is, the exercise is to be done from your memory, not creativity. Everybody clear about this? No creativity in this, only based on your past memory. So the answer that I want you to answer, the question that I want you to answer is, in the last 1 to 2 months, I don't want last 5 years. That's too much. I don't want last 1 year, even that's too much. I want last 3 to 4 months maximum. In the last 3 months, every morning when you wake up, what time do you wake up firstly? You will write down that first time over here, time of the day, at a 2 hours gap. So let's say if you get up at 5 a.m., so you'll write down 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. This way, write down till the time you go to sleep. Like I have written till 1 a.m. because generally I sleep at 1 a.m. If you sleep at 10 p.m., you can end the calendar there at 10 p.m. Now, here is the main exercise. I want you to right now, do not focus on column number 4 and 5. Nothing to work on that. Which column? This column. Repeat emotions, missing emotions. Nothing to write over there right now. You're only going to identify and write down that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing when you wake up in the morning, what are the emotions that you feel? If it's a positive feeling, write it in the positive area. If it's a negative emotion, write it in the negative area. Example, when I did this exercise for the first time, I wrote down irritated. Whenever I used to wake up in the morning, I used to feel irritated. I used to feel sleepy, lazy. Now I don't feel like this. Now I have a different emotional pattern. But this is how I used to feel in the morning. Now, after you woke up in the morning, for the next 2 hours, what are you feeling between the first 2 hours of the day? Now, in your case, it may be 5 to 7. In my case, it's actually 7 to 9. I generally wake up at 7 a.m. So whatever time you wake up for the next 2 hours, what are you feeling? If you're feeling something negative, write it in the negative area. If you're feeling something positive, write it in the positive area. It's as simple as that. Do this for the whole day, which means until the time you're sleeping at night, go with a 2-hour gap in your mind that every 2 hours, what am I feeling? Now, here's a question. I understand that every day is different, but can I say that we are all made of habits? Raise your hands, please. Can I say we have a certain routine in life? Raise your hands, please. Now, because you have a routine, I can guarantee you there are some emotions that repeat during the day. Some emotions. I'll give you an example. Come to the gallery view, everyone. How many people are more energetic in the morning time? Raise your hands. See? Now, how many people are more energetic in the end of the day? As the day goes down, your energy goes up. See? So different people have different patterns. I want you to identify every 2 hours during the day, what are you feeling? Based on your current lifestyle, based on your current life situations, based on your current routine of life, what do you feel in the morning? What do you feel after 2 hours? What do you feel after 2 hours? What do you feel after lunch? What do you feel after that? I want you to do this exercise right now. This will take 3 to 4 minutes, but only do this from memory. Do not do any creativity in this. Everybody clear on this? Perfect. Based on the total number of emotions that you have, how many total positive emotions do you have? And how many total negative emotions do you have in that entire list? And now comes the magic part, which is the analysis of your emotional pattern. How do you recognize it? First part of the analysis, percentage. How much percentage of your emotions are positive versus negative? Example, let's say you're saying right now in the chat window, as an example, that your emotions are 50-50, which means if you counted, let's say 25 emotions and approximately 12 were positive, 13 were negative, then about 50-50 percentage, right? So give me 50-50 in the chat window. Physically raise your hands if you agree with your own percentage. Raise your hands. You'll realize most people agreed. And I'll tell you why, because you are living it. So you know this pattern is correct. It's just that you've never had the ability to calculate it on a number before today. But today you know how to calculate it. Now, once you've calculated this, I want you to know that your pattern is controlling your life. What does that mean? If you have, for an example, written 50-50, 50% positive, 50% negative, even if your life has 80% good things happening, guess how will you feel your life? 50-50, because that's your pattern. If your life is right now 20-80, which means 20% positive and 80% negative, you may have 80% good things in your life, but you will feel 80% negative because that is your pattern. Your life has nothing to do with what you feel. What you feel has everything to do with your emotional habit only. How many of you are now understanding what I'm saying? So if you are used to feeling lack of love, you may have all the people in your life that love you, but will you feel love? Because you're used to feeling lack of love. If you're used to feeling poor, if you're used to feeling struggle, and you have millions of dollars in the bank account, can you still feel like struggling if you are having that pattern? Yes or no? Yes. If you have a pattern of feeling rich and you have zero money in your bank account, can you still feel rich, by the way? Yes, if that's your emotional habit, then you can feel that emotion again. So now I want you to identify on that notepad based on the column number 5 and 6 here, 4 and 5 here, repeat emotions and missing emotions. Which are the emotions either positive or negative, which you are identifying, are repeating too many times. And then here is the best part. Which emotions are totally missing? You will realize that some of you are totally missing emotions that you want to attract in your life. Example, how many people have some relationship goals in your life, like getting married or having a better married life? Raise your hands, please. Okay. If you have that goal and if you have that affirmation, be honest and raise your hands, please, properly. Come on. If you have a goal and an affirmation in relationship area, physically raise your hands. Okay. Check if the word love is there in your repeat emotions, or is it in the missing emotions? Yeah, it's in the missing emotions. Write it in the missing area now. So you've got an affirmation that says, I have an amazing life partner. I and my life partner have a great married life. Beautiful affirmation. But the love is totally missing from your patterns. Do you think your affirmations will work for you if the emotion of that affirmation is totally missing from your life? Raise your hands. It's not going to work. How many of you are now realizing there is a big difference between basic law of attraction and advanced law of attraction? You did not even know that the affirmations that you were doing, the reason those affirmations are not working because those emotions are missing. I'll give you another example. How many of you want to feel rich? Raise your hands. And your goal, one of your affirmations is to make more money. Raise your hands. Check. How many times is the emotion of abundance repeating? How many times is the emotion of feeling rich repeating? Now, if it's not repeating, it's in the missing area. If it's in the missing area, write down in the missing area. Here's another one. किसी ने सिखाया नहीं है. आप स्ट्रेस के पीछे ही पड़े रहते हो, टेंशन के पीछे ही पड़े रहते हो, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सोचते रहते हो
जी.
तो उसकी वजह से ये नेगेटिव इमोशंस आदत हो गई और वो आदत की वजह से फिर लाइफ वर्स्ट होती जा रही है.
यू आर ट्रू सर. 100%.
और आप क्या करते हो, नए नए आइडिया निकालते रहते हो काम करने के, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेने के, जिम्मेदारी निभाने के.
परफेक्ट. आइडिया इंप्लीमेंट नहीं हो पा रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट द कंसर्न, द बिगेस्ट कंसर्न.
करेक्ट. और आजू बाजू देखोगे कुछ लोग हैं जिनके पास आपसे कम पोटेंशियल है, वो आगे बढ़ रहे हैं.
यू आर 100% राइट.
और उनको देख के और बुरा लगता है कि इसके साथ हो रहा है तो मेरे साथ क्यों नहीं हो रहा है.
100%.
मैं तो इससे बेटर हूं.
ऐसा ही होता है.
तो वो होने का रीजन ये नहीं है कि आपकी किस्मत में कुछ गड़बड़ है
ना.
उसका रीजन है जो पेपर पे आपने लिखा है ना, जो एक्सेल में आपने लिखा है नेगेटिव इमोशंस, वो रीजन है मेन. और एक और रीजन बताता हूं.
यस सर.
बिटवीन योर मॉम एंड डैड, हु आर यू क्लोजर टू?
मॉम.
या. एंड व्हाट्स योर रिलेशनशिप विद योर फादर?
सर बचपन मदरसे में निकल गया 5 साल. वालिद साहब की मोहब्बत नहीं देखी है.
ओके. As you were growing up, because you did not have that fatherhood experience, at a very early age, you probably felt dominated by lots of men in your life.
Many circumstances.
Correct. तो यानी आपके आजू बाजू जो लोग थे उसमें से जो मेल कैटेगरी थे वो ज्यादातर डोमिनेटिंग थे.
बोल सकते हैं सर.
और उसकी वजह से क्या हो गया, आपके अंदर एक फ्रीक्वेंसी रहती है जो सप्रेस हो गई. उसके बारे में हम डिटेल में आज बात करेंगे. देयर आर 2 फ्रीक्वेंसीज, यिन फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड यांग फ्रीक्वेंसी. यिन इज फीमेल फ्रीक्वेंसी, यांग इज मेल फ्रीक्वेंसी. Now, your male frequency, which you're born with, that's your God gift. Your male frequency got suppressed. And because your male frequency got suppressed, your female frequency got expressed, which means your yin energy. Now, when yang frequency is suppressed, what happens is you lose confidence. You lose energy to work. You can't say no to people. You become an emotional fool where people can emotionally take you for granted. You may not have enough money, but if somebody comes and emotionally blackmails you, you end up helping people, don't you? And then people around you will be angry with you that why are you doing for others when you don't have enough for yourself? First, focus on yourself. But you're not able to do that because your heart feels bad when somebody else is going through pain.
Yes.
Because you're an emotional person. So that's because of your yang frequency is suppressed. Now, if you don't change this game, you don't change that emotional pattern that you've written that down, if you don't activate your yang energy, you'll keep struggling in life. You're married?
Yes, sir.
How many years?
Year 2013.
So, children?
2.
Okay. Your wife is more short-tempered than you are. She's more aggressive.
एग्रेसिव तो है सर, बट मुझसे ज्यादा सब्र करती है वो, लुकिंग टू हालात.
That's because of the way she deals with you. But actually, she's more blunt than you are. She's more straight than you are.
या 100%.
She's more honest than you are. What
या
I'm trying to say is, because your yang frequency is suppressed, you don't express things easily. She
सही.
expresses it out.
100%.
And her biggest complaint with you is you don't express. But you're not expressing because your yang frequency is missing. You can't help it. And you feel suppressed by all these responsibilities in your life.
Yes, sir.
Now, all of this can change today itself. And it can change in the next 1 hour.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सर, यही चाहिए, यही चाहिए.
But there is only one condition. There's only one request. We cannot work on your goals. We cannot work on your responsibilities. We have to work on your what? We have to work on your what? Emotional frequency.
Yes, sir.
If we can change your habit of the way you feel, then we can change your life.
True.
So the question is, are you okay for that for today and tomorrow?
Yes, sir, I am. I am.
Are you committed to upgrading your frequency rather than only your goals and only your responsibilities?
Yes, sir.
Sure? Promise that? Okay, done. So looking forward to changing that frequency with you in the next 1 hour. We start with lesson number 1. And by the end of tomorrow evening, I promise you, you will be a totally different human being, Judith. Totally different person.
Alhamdulillah, sir. Alhamdulillah.
So looking forward to it. All of you on mute, give him a high five. Congratulations for creating magical results.
Congratulations so much. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
Most welcome, Rachna. So what did you recognize as your emotional pattern right now on paper?
Okay, so my emotional pattern is feeling lazy and feeling like sleepy all the time, lazy, inconsistency, and feeling irritation, anger. Yeah, most of the time I feel these feelings and feeling
And
low.
what is the number that you came up with in terms of percentage?
I would say 10, 90 and 10. So 90 is negative and
90 is
10
negative,
is
10 is
positive.
positive?
Yes.
Okay. If you've come to 10 and 90, there have been many times in life you had this question, what is the point of living life?
A few months back, yes, I used to have this question every day.
Yeah.
Every day
Anybody
I used to
who
ask
goes to
myself,
10,
there is
90.
no point of living now. I mean, even if I die today, there is nothing. I mean, I can go peacefully. There is nothing left for me to do anything in this life.
Yeah. But you know you will not go peacefully. You're thinking of leaving life not because everything is achieved, but because you've lost all hope. Because you feel like there's no point.
Yes.
Tell me a little about your relationships. How are they doing?
Relationship 3-4 months back, it was pretty bad. But then I worked on myself. I worked on that frequency. So now my relationship with my husband has improved quite a lot.
You're married for how many years?
It's been 13 years.
13 years. Children?
Yes, 2 children.
Career?
Career-wise, again, I'm not feeling motivated. I have a wonderful job. I'm a pilot. But
You're a pilot. Wow.
yeah, but right now I don't feel like doing my job. I don't know. I'm not motivated.
Okay, so I'll tell you why. The reason you're struggling in your life is one is obviously because of the emotions that you told me has become your habits.
Right.
And between yin and yang frequency, guess which frequency is more in you?
I have seen your video, so according to that, I think yang energy is more in me.
You got it. You're a yang
Yeah.
frequency woman. You're a masculine person.
Yes, I am.
And look at your dressing. You're dressed like a smart guy. The reason you have problems with your husband is because the chemistry between you and your husband is missing.
Yes, I'm working on that, and it has improved in
That
past 2-3
probably means you
months.
worked on your feminine frequency.
Yes, I'm doing that. I have started dressing up and applying makeup and everything. So yes.
Only when you start activating that yin energy, that is why your relationship with him is improving. But if you don't change that emotional frequency that you've written down, and you don't make that the opposite, which means instead of lazy, feeling energetic all the time, instead of feeling like a failure, feeling successful all the time. And if you observe right now, you're a classic example that what you have has nothing to do with your emotions. Your emotions are just independently your habits, your patterns. Example, Do you feel successful or do you feel like a failure? Be honest.
I don't feel like a failure. No,
So
I'm
when
very
you feel
successful person.
on a level of 1 to 10, how much do you feel you're struggling in your career?
There is no struggle, but a struggle is in the sense that I don't feel motivated. But
Yep.
yes, I have a wonderful job.
So why wouldn't
I
you
draw
feel
wonderful
motivated in your
salary.
life?
Sorry?
So you just said you have a great job. You have great
Yes.
salary. A
Yes.
pilot's job is a esteemed job, especially for a
Yes.
lady. People look up to
Yes.
you for that. People give you compliments
Yes.
for that. Why wouldn't you be motivated?
I don't know, because of the work environment. I
No.
give that excuse to me that
Yeah,
work
that's an
environment is
excuse.
very yes,
That's an excuse.
because it's very demanding. Because of that, I'm not able to give
No.
time to my family as well,
I'll tell you
and
the real
it
reason,
hampers
Rachna.
health also.
No, Rachna, I'll tell you the real reason.
Yes.
Feeling lack of motivation, feeling lazy has just become your habit, nothing else.
Right.
And you're giving excuses to the nearest problem. The nearest problem is workload is too strong.
Yes.
But actually, that's not the reason. You've been like this for many years. This has
Yes.
become your habit.
Right.
And that is what I was saying. You're a classic example that everything is great in your career, but you're feeling lack of motivation.
Yes.
Not because you're doing what you hate to do. You're doing what you like to do. You
Yeah.
consider yourself successful, but still not motivated because just being lack of motivation has become your habit.
Yes.
So if you now want to work on your energies, you'll have to further activate between your yin and yang. Yes, yang is stronger, but it is still suppressed. So
Okay.
if I had to measure both your yin and yang, your yin is also suppressed and your yang is also suppressed.
Okay.
But between both, yang is more.
Mm-hmm.
But the ideal situation would be both being high.
Right.
So then your female activation is also high, which means what? Once your energy in your feminine quality gets activated, which is not fully activated yet, by the way. I know you're working on it, but it's not fully activated yet. How do I know?
Right. I don't know.
I can tell based on your dressing. I can tell based on the way you're talking, what you're feeling, what you're not feeling in life.
Okay.
In your emotional list, tell me the positive emotions that are present, that you recognized are there.
Okay. I feel happy, and sometimes I feel inspired also. I mean, it's like a pattern for me. For a week, I would feel really inspired, really motivated,
Is there
really energetic, and then again next week for 10 days, I would again go low. So it's like a spiral loop. So
is there
every
love
time,
in that list?
yes, love is there.
How many times in a day?
Uh, love. I mean, I feel love for kids, but for husband, I mean, he is not always there at home. So
So it's
yeah,
not there. How many times have you written romance?
I haven't written it.
How many times have you written successful? How many times have you written the feeling of completeness?
Mm-hmm. I haven't.
How many times have you written blissful?
I haven't.
Those emotions are missing in your life. You've not
Right.
created those patterns. That is why, in spite of having so much, you feel like there is something missing. And that is why
Right.
every 10 days you go into that spiral of, again, going into that inconsistency. I have been doing DMP for 4 years back to back. People ask me, how are you so consistent? Why are you so motivated? I'm not motivated for DMP. It is just that doing that is my pattern. That's my habit. I developed it as an emotional pattern first. Which pattern? Serving people and helping people.
Right.
So don't I feel like avoiding DMP sometimes? Of course I do. Don't I feel like not doing an advanced LOA workshop on a weekend? Of course I do. But then my brain says, nee, people are waiting. So my heart brings me back to my pattern. But I consciously developed that pattern. But once upon a time, I was a very, very lazy guy. I was not consistent at all. So my question is, do you need to really work on your goals or your habit of feeling successful, your habit of feeling love, your habit of feeling motivated? What do you really need to work on?
Absolutely, on emotional patterns.
And unfortunately, you've been working on what? Emotions or goals?
I think I don't have any such goal that I really have to achieve that, but I really want to work on my emotional habits only, because I
If you
know if
work on
once
your
my
emotions,
emotions are done, then goal will come.
exactly, you will then create goals, by the way,
Exactly.
because then you'll have the energy to create goals.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
for the next 2 days, are you willing to just focus on creating those frequencies with me, which are missing in your life right now completely?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. All of you on mute, give her a high five. Congratulations. I'm telling you, most life people problems are the same. We think as if our life is very unique. We think as if our life is very different, but it's not different. We all have similar patterns in life, and we're going through similar problems in life. That is why when I was talking to him, it felt for some of you as if I was talking to you, as if I was talking about your life. Type an I in the chat window if you felt that. But that's because most human patterns are more or less the same. There's not too much creativity in that. And I'll prove it to you with one more example. Okay, who else wants to share your patterns with me? Okay. So going to Rachna for being an advanced magician. On your patterns now. If yes, type in yes in the chat window if you're willing to work on your patterns now. Because I'm about to show you now how do you really, really, really change your patterns mathematically in the next lesson and upgrade yourself so powerfully that nothing in the world can stop you feeling from what you want to feel. And then the results will happen. Then the attraction will happen because then you'll have the energy for it. Most of us are working this way. Everybody write this down. Have dash do dash be. Write this down. Have dash do dash be, which means we are saying first I want to have this, then I will do this, then I will become that. Life doesn't work like this. Life works the other way around. Be dash do dash have, which means first you need to be happy. The doing of happiness happens automatically. The having of happiness happens automatically. Has to happen automatically. It has to be effortless. It has to be an attraction. You have to become that. The word become means first you be, then it will come to you. Type in wow if you never heard this before. Become. First you be, then it will come to you. That's called become. How many of you get this? So are you ready to become a magician today? Are you ready to become a miraculous person today? Raise your hands. Are you ready to become an advanced magician today who works on what first? Show me your hands, everyone. What are we going to work on first? Frequency. I'm going to make you feel all those emotions that are missing in your life right now. And we're going to stop all those emotions that are negative emotions that you keep feeling in your life again and again and again. Okay? One last example. Now, all of you lower your Zoom hand again. Lower your Zoom hand again. And if anybody is feeling suicidal, only that person keeps their Zoom hand up. If anybody is feeling depressed, if anybody is feeling suicidal, if anybody is feeling like ending their life, and you've had that thought again and again in your mind, where you felt suicidal in your life, I want you to keep your virtual Zoom hand up. Okay. If you felt this, and if you're willing to be part of the recording, and if you're willing to be part of the conversation, I want you to raise your Zoom hand. Okay? So here we go. Harshada? Yes, Harshada. So what was your frequency percentage?
It's 95% negative.
I thought so.
And yeah,
That the moment people say they're suicidal, it's always 5 and 95, which means the positive emotions have gone below 10. If you don't agree with me, check. How many people who say, because your needs are not being met? Because your needs are not being met is why you're feeling suicidal, because your life says, your heart says, what is the point of living? वैसे भी कुछ हो तो नहीं रहा life में. Now, if you keep living in this emotional frequency, you will actually even attempt it. But it would not be because something is wrong in your life. It would be only because you're not knowing how to fulfill your frequencies on your own independently. You are someone who lives your life from have, do, be. First I want to have, then I will do, then I will become. Tell me, what do you want to have which you don't have, because of which you're feeling low in your life?
I lost interest in my job. I want to do the only things which I love to do. Like I love
Example?
learning. I love learning my trading, singing, reading books, and maybe cooking sometimes.
Okay, write this down.
And
Write
yeah.
this down. Fast, cheap success. You're addicted to this. Trading. Fast, cheap success. Trading is what? Trading is I want fast success and cheap. Like little money I invest, I start making big money. But it's not happening with you. You tried. It's not working.
I'm learning actually, and I'm obsessed in learning only. I'm not,
No, that's not true. The problem is you're missing an emotional pattern of serving. You're missing an emotional pattern of doing something for somebody else. You just want to receive, 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 learn and receive. It's all about, write this emotion down, and I'll give you 2 words for it in Hindi and English both because it's a beautiful word. Write this down. Consumer. Consumer. In Hindi, it's called bhogi. Someone who always wants to consume, always wants to bhog. You're not someone who's a creator. You're not serving other people. You're not helping other people. You're not coming up with ideas of making money by serving. You're coming up with ideas of making money by learning and taking from the market. Did anybody ever tell you that trading is gambling? Trading is the worst way of making money. Worst way. Worst way. What value do you add in somebody else's life when you do trading? Zero. Whose company do you help by trading? Nobody. You just focused on yourself. Write this down. Depressed people are always alone and selfish because you're constantly thinking only about whom?
myself.
That is why you're so lonely, beta. You've not told me, but one of the emotions in your negative list is lonely. Yes or no?
Yes.
I know it. I can read it without reading it. But the reason you're feeling lonely is because you're feeling a lot of lack of love in your life.
Lack of love is there in negative emotions.
The reason you're feeling lack of love because you've totally suppressed your feminine energy. And because you're feeling lonely, you made a decision that you're going to be very successful because you have a misunderstanding. Your misunderstanding is, if I'll be successful, then I'll get a lot of love.
Yeah, I always think like that.
Yeah. But no matter how hard you're working, success is also not coming. So if success is not coming, that means love will not come. And if love is not coming, then there is no point of living. That's why you're feeling suicidal. Do you have a relationship or have you had a relationship in the past?
I am married.
You're married? How long?
Yeah. 3 years.
3 years? And how's the relationship with hubby?
I think this year I'm not doing well in my relationship. I'm not giving attention that much. And I don't know,
because you're
I'm not
constantly thinking
like
about success
yeah,
and you've forgotten to pay attention to him.
yes.
You're not present to him. When was the last time you felt love for him?
Maybe 10, 20 days before when he was not here.
And when he's here?
I was angry, depressed, and so much negative about towards him.
Yeah.
That why you were not here when I needed you.
Yeah. So it's again about whom?
Me.
Yeah. And because of that, you feel so lonely that you feel like crying.
I literally cried so much. Even I'm feeling right now.
I know.
Without any reason, I was just crying, and only crying.
And when you can't shout and cry, you either go in the bathroom and cry so that nobody comes to know, or you push yourself in the pillow so that nobody else can hear you.
In washroom, I do.
Yep. But that's because you don't know how to ask for help. Because you feel, what is the point asking? Nobody's anyways going to be able to do anything. You also feel very helpless about yourself. And you think nobody can help you. So you're not opening up to your husband. You're angry with him, but you're not really opening up to him.
I open with him, but sometimes I feel like maybe
There's no point.
Yeah, he won't understand
He won't
or
understand.
yeah.
But the problem is not he's not understanding. You've just got so addicted to becoming Meena Kumari. Yeah, you've got addicted to being a sad queen. Some men here
But
have become addicted to become Devdas. You become addicted to become sad queen.
But this is not me all the time. I'm a very happy-go-lucky like a person, but since like I don't know like how many days I'm facing like this, I don't like this sadness, and
Of
I'm
course,
very
nobody likes it. But once you got
yeah.
used to it, then you got used to it.
uh,
And that is why you're feeling going down and down and down and down. And you feel like something is sinking inside you.
yes.
But that's because you're running behind the having. And you're feeling desperate every day, aren't you?
Yeah.
When will it happen?
Yes, even in my health as well. Like I want to lose weight when it will happen. I want to flat tummy when it will happen. Like in everything, I
Yeah.
feel like
Desperate.
yes.
Do you have kids?
No,
Do you want to have kids?
no.
So not now.
Yeah.
So you feel desperate in your health. You feel desperate in your career. You feel desperate in your relationships and lack of love.
Yeah.
And what do you think will happen if your husband loves you like crazy? What do you think will happen if you suddenly start succeeding in your career? What do you think will happen if you suddenly start growing in your trading business and suddenly you start making 5 lakh rupees a month in trading? What will happen?
I'm feeling freedom in my life.
Bullshit. You won't. You won't. You'll continue feeling this. You'll find another reason to feel this. And if you don't believe me, check your last 1 year of life. You find reasons to feel sad. You find
Yes.
reasons to feel lack of love. The man has been trying to tell you he loves you, but you're not convinced because you're not feeling it. But you're not feeling it not because he's not showing it. You just not got used to feeling it anymore. Today, I will show you how to feel love without his presence, and you'll feel it. Is it a love marriage or an arranged marriage?
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage. Have you ever felt love for him after arranged
Yeah.
marriage? You have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means it's possible. You're capable of it. And we'll train you into it again today. But the problem is you've not been training yourself into working on those feelings. You've not been training yourself to fulfill those 7 needs. Once you fulfill those 7 needs today, you'll be full of life once again. And then you'll not just try to do trading to make money. You'll try to come up with ideas to help somebody to make money. Because life is not just about making $1 million sitting in front of a laptop. It's about feeling something and giving some feelings. Feeling something and giving some feelings. So before you die, you're not going to remember how much trading you did, will you?
Mm.
Who are the only people who are going to come to your mind when you die?
My husband and my father.
Yeah, people you loved. People you took care of. People who took care of you. They are the only ones you're going to remember before you die, right? Have you ever seen a rich person while dying who said, I wish I had 3 homes instead of 2, just before he's dying? I wish I would have made $20 million instead of $15 million. Anybody's ever said this before dying? No. What is the only regret people have when they die?
The feelings, emotions, the time they have not spent
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah. In your case, see what's happening. Your so much focus has gone on material success, you've completely forgotten how to create emotional success within you. Now, if you keep running behind your goals and if you keep running behind trading, not going to happen. But if you work on your frequency with me, I guarantee you in the next 1 hour, you're going to feel here. You're going to feel so much love that you'll have butterflies in your stomach like you've had once upon a time when he loved you for the first time and he proposed you for the first time. You'll feel all that love again. And I can show you how to. But there is only one request and there's only one condition. You can't work on your goals. You have to work on your emotional frequency with me. Question is, are you ready for that?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
So you'll stay
Yes.
with us till tomorrow evening, no matter what.
I will.
Okay, perfect. So all of you on mute, give her a high five. Congratulations for being an advanced magician. Everybody is now 100% clear about working on your emotional frequency. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down, what did you learn from these last 3 conversations? What has been your personal realization? I know that all of you are 100% convinced that you're feeling negative in your life because you're not achieving something. And I can guarantee you, your achievements have nothing to do with what you're feeling. You feel what you feel because it is your what? Can anybody once again tell me that answer in the chat window? It has become your what? Yeah, it has become your pattern, it has become your habit, and you've got addicted to it. पीने वाले को पीने का बहाना चाहिए. Alcoholic person needs an excuse to drink alcohol. A sad person needs a reason to be sad. An angry person needs a reason to be angry. That's it. If you work with me for the next 2 hours to change your frequency, all of this will change. By the way, some of you are saying that my voice is a little less. Is my voice less? Now, for how many of you my voice is clear? Can you just type in, hold on, let me open up my chat. Okay, type in clear in the chat window if my voice is clear for all of you. Okay, 99% of you are saying clear. Those of you who can't hear my voice clearly, try to use headsets for yourself. Okay, so if you're now ready, what I now want you to do is write down on your notepads, what was your personal realization? What are the emotions that you realized are totally missing in your life because of which you're feeling what you're feeling? And what did you learn from the last 3 conversations? So here's what I want you to do. Go into Zoom rooms. I will be shifting into Zoom room now. And in the Zoom room, I want you to share 3 things. Point number 1, what is my current frequency? Point number 2, what are the repeat emotions that I have felt? Point number 3, what are the missing emotions? That's it, nothing else. And what did you realize from these conversations? How many of you promise these are the only 3 things that you will share in the Zoom room? Raise your hands, please. Perfect. So are you allowed to do question answers in Zoom room? No. Come to the gallery view, everybody. Come to the gallery view. Can you see each other? Perfect. Take your 1 finger like this. Say no question answers in the Zoom room. Come on, take 2 fingers like this. Say no discussions in the Zoom room, only practice. Now, what is practice? Practice is what I tell you. Step 1, ask who wants to share. I want to share, okay? Now, the moment you share, these are the only 3 things you're going to share. Point number 1, what was your emotional frequency percentage that you figured out? 2, missing emotions. 3, repeat emotions. Just share these 3 things and your realization and move on to the next person. Don't share mobile numbers, don't share email IDs. If anybody's doing any kind of marketing, spamming, make sure that you tell them, please don't do this. Focus on sharing. Everybody clear on this? Perfect. Let's go to Zoom rooms. This is one of the most powerful exercises. So please switch on your videos.